When quoting a cruise, there's lots of different things that I look at when I'm trying to figure out what would be your right family's fit. So I'm just pulling up this cruise. This is a 4-night Bahamian cruise from Port Canaveral on Disney's newest fleet on the Wish. And just know that these prices are constantly changing and availability is constantly changing. But I'm going to use this to show you guys how I think about where I want my clients to go. So let's say I've got 2 adults and 2 children in a room. I love it. Let's say the kids are 5 and 6. I'm going to confirm the travel party. Then it's going to show me 4 main different types of rooms. There's the inside room. If you're looking for just a room without a window on the inside, Ocean View has either 1 porthole key or 2 porthole windows. There's the veranda, which allows you to walk out and have a couple of seats. I love sitting on the veranda and watching us dock into port or leave port. It's so much fun. And then there's the concierge level. So those are the 4 levels. I'm going to show you a little bit about the veranda. So if I click on the veranda room, a lot of times you'll notice that the veranda room, people think, oh, but a veranda is so expensive. It's really not that much more than an Ocean View room if you go into the ocean room and you pick the deluxe family Ocean View room to have a little bit more space. So it's really not that much more expensive if you think about it. A lot of times I book it, it's like $150 more. So totally up to you. They're very safe. They have a lock at the top, so children cannot open them if you do not want them to. So let's go ahead and proceed. Verandas have 2 options, as do most of the other types of rooms. They have an option that sleeps 3 to 4 in their deluxe Ocean View stateroom, and a deluxe family Ocean View stateroom can sleep 4 or 5. On the Disney Dream or Fantasy or Magic and the Wonder, the deluxe family Ocean View rooms can sleep 3 to 5. So that can be a little bit of a difference. Let's say that you've got 3 or 4 and you're okay with having a little closer space. Now, if I'm looking here, you'll see that the prices will vary a little bit, being in the aft, which is the back of the boat, the midship, and the forward. I always pick midship for my clients because if I can, the forward is where concierge is. So if you want to do concierge, it's great because they have the concierge lounges in the forward. So that's another great option. But if I'm not doing concierge, then I want to be in the middle of the ship because it is the most centered. And if you have any motion sickness issues, you'll feel it less being on the middle of the ship. So I like to be in midship. You'll also notice that the price of each deck is a little bit different. I love, and this one option doesn't have it here, but I love to be on deck 7, 8, or 9 because these are kind of in the middle of the boat. We as a family like to use the stairs a lot because the elevators can sometimes take a little bit longer to go up and down. And because we're eating so many goodies, we want to take the stairs as much as we possibly can to get those calories that we can eat. So, and here I'm going to pick deck 8 because it's kind of in the middle. I also love deck 7, but this type of a room is not available on deck 7. And then we've got the port or the starboard side. And I pick those depending on the cruise and which way your cruise is going and which way it's going to dock into the ports that you are going into. Because especially if you're having a veranda, I want you to be able to see the ports when you're docking if it's possible. Now, sometimes if you're wanting connecting rooms, I just have to go with what's available there. And so that is how I make my selections for you on there. And then we'll see with the deluxe family Ocean View room. These ones are also available on deck 6 or deck 7. But again, I personally love deck 7 because it's equidistant from the top and the bottom. Oh, and then sometimes on the Disney Wish, if I can find, they have these bump outs. Let's see if I can find a bump out. Here we go. So sometimes I will pick certain rooms for you if you have a veranda that have the most bump out. So you get more veranda space if it's available. The sooner that you book your cruise, the more options that you're gonna have. And so you're gonna get to be more selective on which room you want. I hope that helps.